Pickleball arrives at Drury as a varsity sport, and the cheer squad is flying high this year into competition. And we'll head to the Diamond and check in on the baseball team. That's right, you just scrolled into another edition of Dutv Sports. Hi, I'm Kaylin Salthal. Let's start with getting you up to date on some recent action. Women's soccer is up and rolling, opening the season at an impressive 6-1. Take a look at these scores and you can see that the Lady Panthers are playing defense. They rolled all over Lincoln 9-0 while also shutting out S&T and McKendree. So far, Drury is outscoring its opponents by a whopping 23-6 goal margin. Okay, it may be a spring sport, but Panther baseball is in the middle of a very active fall schedule. Let's pick up the action here with a couple of home games. This one versus Three Rivers, Dane Moberly contributed with a double and Carter Wambach homered in the Panthers' 14-11 victory. Next up for the Panthers would be Mission University. And on the mound to close it out is junior Jacob House. And on this pitch, House takes it to the house as the Panthers win by a score of 11-9. Then came the big showdown against Mo State, and it wasn't pretty. We'll let you look up that score on your own. It's said to be the world's fastest growing sport, pickleball. Well, now it's officially also a varsity sport for the Drury Panthers. Drury Panther Pickleball is the newest sport on campus with both men and women's teams each having 8 players. Pickleball is a very unique sport in that both men and women compete head-to-head.
I think this is really neat because this is actually a co-ed sport, and there's not that many sports where the men and the women are competing alongside and actually with each other. So mixed doubles is a massive part of the sport of pickleball, and so very unique and interesting to get the girls' personalities, the guys' personalities, and get them to mesh on the court.
Panthers just returned from Houston, Texas, competing in a super regional qualifier. The team you see here comprised of Will Lieberman, Kyle Morris, Beth Matas-Martin and Ava Sandberger put a beat down on the University of Texas, shutting them out 4-0. That win qualified the team for the national championships in Dallas, Texas in November. Best of luck, guys. The cheerleading squad is also hoping to get to nationals. In fact, it's all they can think about. Cheer Nationals will be at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida in January. Squad member Bailey Schultz gives us this inside look at the intensity of a cheer practice. Women's lacrosse is one of the newest sports on campus. The team practices before sunrise under the lights of Sunday Field. The women are still looking for their first win this fall. But Coach Brecken says that's pretty much to be expected with such a young team.
Shoot it. To work a lot of new players this year. We had 12 incoming. And, just looking to grow and build. So it's fall. We'll see how it kind of goes.
The schedule really picks up for lacrosse in the spring when the women face off against the likes of KU, MU, MSU, K-State, and the Hogs of Arkansas. It has to be one of the most grueling sports on campus, triathlon. This fall marks the 3rd year for women's triathlon at Drury. The girls won big, adding a shiny new trophy to Drury campus. And to top it all off, this is their very first NCAA D2 regional championship win. Congrats on making Panther history, girls. Team member Esther Va turned the camera on her teammate Katie Quaid for this player profile.
My name is Katie Quaid, and I started triathlon here at Drury my freshman year. I'm a swimmer and runner in high school, and decided I didn't want to give either of them up, so I decided to add on the bike. Triathlon has been great, not only for like the support of the coaches, but also the team and creating a community here at Drury. My favorite experience, but it's also kind of a funny one, is my first race. I was just like really excited. It was a sprint distance, which is a 750-meter swim, and then a 20K bike and a 5K run. But the turnaround point wasn't available yet for the bike, and so I did the Olympic distance. So I did a 40K bike. Looking back, it's just really funny, and like it's a good experience to learn. I know what it feels like now because I was brand new to the sport. But yeah, I'm really grateful for all the people I've met along the way, and people who like their backgrounds range. So it's been really good to get better at all the parts of it.
And men's cross country is off to a very hot start this season. They finished first out of 10 teams at the Bearcat Classic in Bolivar and first again at a meet here in Springfield hosted by Mo State. And the runners just got back from Columbia, where they placed second out of 14 teams. Tyler Harris finished second overall, averaging just under 5 minutes a mile in the 8K race. Producer Cooper Traylor gives us this inside look at one of the runners' training regimen.
So I started running local 5Ks with my dad around my hometown, and whenever 7th grade rolled around, he mentioned the cross country team, and I decided to try it out. And then it just went on from there. During my runs, they can range from absolutely awful to euphoric almost. Normally we go out and run just long distances for a certain amount of time. Kind of just cool down and then we just stop.
Okay, and recently our bass fishing team attended a collegiate tournament in Russellville, Arkansas. 2 teams placed in the top 10 out of, get this, 264. Kay Lipham and Caleb Coleman got second place with 29.6 pounds, and Jace White and Lane King ended up in 10th place with 26.11 pounds. Both teams have qualified for nationals, and the team's overall ranking is expected to rise.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we did the math. I think we ended up spending like 78 hours on the water or something before the tournament, in the 5 days before that. So like we'd get on the water at 6 o'clock and get off at 8. Wow. And yeah, it paid off. So.
And the stunt team is beginning to work the routines for their spring season.
1, 3, 5.
Every year, each stunt team across the country is given the same 24 routines to learn, and in February, they will compete them head-to-head in games. Our Panthers stunt team has just begun working this year's routines. This is an exciting time because our athletes are given the opportunity to build new skills and get a taste of what the game season will be like. Be sure to check in with them throughout the year to see all of their progress. And we're getting closer and closer to basketball season, with both the men and women set to kick things off for the first week of November. And that's going to do it for this edition of Dutv Sports. I'm Kaylin Southall, reminding you that all games are free to students, so get out there and catch some action. See you next time.